Should you rely only on organic posting, or should you put in some money in social media advertising? Now, even though the answer is rather simple from my perspective, yes, you want to put in some money. In this video, I will give you reasons why. So hopefully after watching this video, you will allocate some part of your budget for social media advertising, and you will do it like permanently. That will be your ongoing strategy in order for you to get some more traction, more followers, more eyeballs on your content, and at the end of the day, more clients coming your way from your online assets. As you know, on my channel, all we talk about is how to get set up to sell online. I want to help you as a business owner to understand what kind of digital assets you need. That's mostly what we talk about, but also what kind of digital actions you need to take, like in this example, to put in some money in social media advertising in order for you to get some more traction, more clients coming to your business through your online assets. We don't go into details. I just want to give you a perspective, the big picture, so that you can make informed decisions as a business owner and actually elevate your communication level with whoever, like is it advertising agency, marketing agency, some freelancers, in-house experts that you have that are dealing with your online assets, whether it's your website, social media channels, everything that has to do with online. Elevate the level of communication that you have, and you will eventually elevate the level of results that you are getting through your online assets. I think I forgot to say that my name is Bojan, but who cares? Let's just dive in and talk about this topic today. In the past, and we're not talking about like 30 years ago, we're talking about when the social media channels were starting, like Facebook, Instagram later, LinkedIn, YouTube, TikTok, whoever. Whenever they were starting, we had an opportunity as a content creators, as a business owners who were posting there to get some traction, because there was not a lot of people there, and they were incentivized us to create this content, basically helping us to grow, but also helping them to grow the platform itself. Once the platform reached a certain level, they were upgrading, changing those algorithms. And right now, basically, you need to put in some money in order if you want to get some more eyeballs on your content. You cannot rely solely on algorithm that your content will be interesting to people. If you want to create that kind of content, that's also possible, and even to get this organic reach, you really have to put in some money into production of those videos. So you either need to put in money into some high-level production and hope that your content will be interesting for the platform, will be interesting for the people, that you will get some eyeballs through that, or you can just create some regular content that you can edit yourself or whoever is doing this for you and just put in some money to get some better reach. So one way or another, you need to put in some money. What is a good practice today? Let's take Instagram account as an example. You want to create some content there, post it organically, and then put in some money to bet on those videos. Sometimes you will see that some video actually got some more traction, and maybe you want to sponsor that video. And sometimes you just want to choose yourself. I want this video to reach as many people as possible, and I want to put in some money for that. Now, this kind of advertising, it's very important to understand. When we talk about advertising on social media channels, not every video ad, not every ad that you post out there should be a direct response ads. That's something that we are all familiar with. I want to create some video ad, and I want to say, hey, this is my business, this is how we do it. Click here, apply, click here to buy, click here to book a call, whatever your call to action is. That's the direct response video. Now, on the other hand, what we have is content advertising. You have some content that you are regularly posting on your social media channel. Again, we just took Instagram as an example, but just think about it. So imagine you have like reels posting, let's say a couple of reels per week, or maybe you're posting daily, So you want to put in some money to those reels to have some better reach, to have more people to see those reels. Now, in those reels, you don't even have to talk about, hey, click here to apply. There's no any call to action. In those reels, you can maybe just feature how you do business, how you satisfy my needs, how you solve my problems, whatever your business is. Think about it. You maybe want to feature in the video from the moment that people apply, what is the next step, how the process goes until you satisfy their need, until you solve their problem. So that's one of the examples. Another example could be what kind of substances you are using for whatever the process you have for your product or to deliver the service. Just show how you do the work, and you don't have to even put any call to action, because just by watching that video, people should make decision themselves if your business is something that fits their needs. Is your business maybe using mostly organic products. So if I'm more to organic things or having organic products in my house, that would be a reason for me to put attention on your business compared to some other businesses, you know. Even though without you are saying, hey, we are using only organic, click here to buy. So forget about the call to action, because if they like what they see, they will go to your link in bio themselves without you telling them, hey, go to link in bio. That's the soft way of advertising. And those ads, as a rule, they're not so expensive. They're actually the cheapest ads. Those are the engagement campaigns, how we call them. And those ads cost like ridiculous how much you pay for 15 seconds view. It goes anywhere from like $0.1 all the way to 0.0001, you know, for 15 seconds somebody watching your ad, you know. That's really cheap. Comparing to direct response ads, if you are setting your campaign for conversions, as we said, you are actually paying the most expensive ads on the platform, because platform knows that you want this person to convert. You're putting in some money, they want to give you results, but there's also a lot of other people that are competing for this same person, because this person can spend money with me, with this company, with that company. Everybody are competing, everybody are advertising, and those ads, as a rule, are cost much more. In some niches out there, in some industries, it can cost like $200 for somebody to apply, not even to buy from you, you know. So it really depends of your industry. But again, engagement campaigns, they are keeping people on the platform. And basically, I'm paying to Facebook and Instagram to have people on the platform, to stay there, not to click on the button and go out of the platform. That's why it's expensive. Like those machines out there, those platforms, they want to keep people on the platform as long as humanly possible, because the more I scroll, the more ads they can serve to me, and that's how they are earning money. Very simple. Once I heard this saying out there, say like, whatever you can explain with money, don't look for any other reason, you know. So I mean, it's really applicable here. They want me to stay on the platform as long as possible, to watch as much content as possible, because the more I scroll, the more ads are going to be served to me, and that's how these platforms are earning. So now that we understand a couple of ways to advertise, and there are, again, multiple ways, multiple advertising strategies. We're not going to go so deep in here. I just want to give you a reason to put in some money into advertising. Your first campaign is not going to be very successful, probably, but after a while, after you get used to spending on advertising on social media channels, you will find out that some campaigns actually are getting more results. And then you will crack the code, and basically you will have some consistency with advertising. And that's the topic that we're going to talk about later in this video. Now, reason number one why you want to do this is very simple. You want to compress time. By buying more engagement on social media, by buying more eyeballs on your content, you're actually compressing time. Instead of relying on an algorithm to show your reel or, you know, whatever post you created, you're actually putting in some money there, and you are actually getting some much better reach without spending some crazy budgets, you know. Just get used to it. Like, just put in allocate some budget for this advertising all the time. Like, have it as something that you're just putting in out there. That's your long-term investment in a sense, because at some point you will get some more followers. You will improve the quality of your content, because you will have some feedback. You will see what people like to see, what they don't like to see. You'll have much more data to make data-driven decisions. So one very simple reason, again, it's to compress time, to buy more attention in a shorter period of time. Another reason why you want to do this is actually to get the consistency, to have predictable results. I already said, don't expect your first advertising campaign to be successful, especially if you're doing direct response ads, having people to click to buy whatever you have to offer. But as the time goes, as you get used to spend money on advertising, you will get to a position that you can have some consistency and predictability with your advertising campaigns, whether it's a content advertising. And then you will know, okay, if I invest this much in advertising, I can expect to have this number of new clients. As simple as that. Comparing to organic, there are some horror stories out there. Like, people were relying only on organic content, like some personal brands out there, and they were having some really serious monthly revenues, talking about a couple of $100,000, because, you know, they have some high ticket offers out there, and they can create this organically. And suddenly they are going from wherever they were, you know, to like couple of percent of that revenue because the algorithm changed and they don't feature that kind of organic content anymore. Now, these guys, they're getting into trouble because now they need to literally reinvent everything. Sometimes for them, it made sense to do this and to keep the prices they have because they didn't spend any money to advertising. If you are spending money for advertising, it's very simple. You need to increase your prices a bit, in a sense, just to cover these advertising costs, so that way you're not hurting your margins. For some businesses, they cannot even imagine advertising because if they spend some percentage of their budget for advertising, they're actually going to be negative, So very, very simple fix for these solutions is to increase prices whenever you can. Or, for example, have some upsell to increase this transaction. So that way you can actually cover those expenses, not necessarily that you have to increase the prices. And for some businesses out there, it doesn't make sense because your clients actually are spending like tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars, depending on what industry you are in. So for you, for example, it wouldn't make any difference if you spend like a couple of $1,000s per month for advertising because in a year you need to get one client from that just to cover all those expenses. You got a new client that's going to stay with you for a couple of years, maybe decades. Again, everything depends on the industry, so I don't want to be very specific here. So that was the video for today. I hope this made sense for you. I hope you will be interested to see how this compressing time works for you, how you can invest certain part of your budget into advertising, have it as part of your budget permanently, and just see what happens down the road. Also, to be very direct here and honest, like whatever the number of followers that you see on this channel, some of them they came organically, but some of them they came through advertising. Whenever I see some video that actually has some great engagement organically, that's a signal for me to put in some money for this video to get some more reach, to get some more followers, more subscribers. And by the way, if you reached out so far in the video and you didn't subscribe yet, come on, what are you waiting for? Like the video, subscribe, binge watch some other videos on my channel, come back for more. I post 2 times a week. Come back with some questions, comment down below. I will gladly create a video to answer those questions, and see you in the next video.